Happy Tuesday, guys. We have a special little assignment for you in honor of the fact that you're going to be moving on to music. This will be the final module. What we're going to do today is we're going to use constructive cylinders to draw our own instrument. So in a second we're going to jump over to the demo table and I'm going to do some drawing. Remember that, everybody has their own ability level, and you need to accept your ability level and be a master of your ability level before you can grow. So if your drawing doesn't look like mine, the drawing I'm about to do probably won't be very good, but that's the point. Every bad drawing you make gets you one drawing closer to a good drawing. You shouldn't sweat it. The fact that you're taking the time to sit down and even just watch this video is pretty amazing. Learning is difficult, and right now you're learning in a way that is self-directed, so you really need to practice that self-compassion. And even if you don't post a drawing, you're just watching the video, you're still doing enough. So with that being said, we're going to jump over to the drafting table, and I'm going to draw my instrument. When you're done drawing your instrument, go ahead and post it to our classroom feed. Thank you and have a great day. Alright, so here we are at the demo table. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a few instruments, and I'm going to use constructive cylinders to do that. A cylinder, we'll do this over here, let's keep this as notes. And don't worry, I'm going to draw light, as you should, and then when I have my information I'm going to darken it up. But a cylinder is constructed with one ellipse, there's an ellipse, and then a vertical line, and a second ellipse. You'll notice that these ellipses, look, it's confusing now because I didn't add any extra information. These ellipses have the same major and minor axis, so they're essentially the same ellipse. There we go. Touch that up right there. So if I want to put two ellipses together, or if I want to, what I would do is I would draw a guiding line, okay, and this is my big idea. So if you're a writer, or if you've been in English class, this line is the big idea. And then what I'll do is I'll draw these ellipses, and you'll notice that, okay, so here's an example of an ellipse. There is the longest possible line you can draw. That's the major axis. Let's darken that up for you guys. Looks like a coffee bean. And then there's a second line, and that's the shortest line you can draw off the center of the major axis. That is the minor axis, all right? And in this example, you want your minor axis to line up with this main idea line we have. Let's do that. And one of these. All right, we got this is it's like the spine or the skeletal structure. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and I'm going to identify the first contour, so the outline of the object. And you'll notice that see how it's connecting, and the first contour is often in agreement or parallel to this big idea line that we drew. So we got this, and all right, so let's we got a lot of information here. We've drawn it as if it's transparent, so let's go in and let's darken up one side. Okay, so these are, there we go. Let's give our viewers a little more help. Okay, our viewer wants to enjoy our drawing, but we got to give them help so that they can appreciate it. So look at that, I got that big squiggly cylinder. So all right, maybe that is your instrument. Let's take it a little bit further, and maybe some of you guys are making the connection already. A great guy to look at if this is your style of art you like is Dr. Seuss. All right, so here we go. Let's make a constructive instrument. I think my constructive instrument is gonna have two branching ends, and then right over here All right, and this is one of the things Dr. Seuss used to always do. It's a little surprise for you at the end. Let's say that they are going to, it's going to end here, and it's going to end here, all right? See, it's nice and light, and I'm not trying to get it perfect, but I'm keeping things light until I know I like them and want to keep them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slowly but surely drop in these constructive ellipses, making sure that their long axis, the major axis, is perpendicular to our ideal line. So perpendicular, right angle. Let's keep this going. And I don't know much about instruments. I don't know. I can't really play music. My brothers are both really good musicians, but I'm not. But I think it'd be kind of funny if we had this. Okay, give it like a big belly. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so here we go. Let's add that first contour. Alright, there it is. Let's punch up the second contour. You know, and it's so simple. Well, I don't want to say it that way because that could maybe discourage someone who's working really hard on this. Don't overthink it. All you're doing is you're giving someone's eyes instructions on how to read the object. Give it a little design right there. Maybe I'll sign it. Hide my signature in there. Who knows? There. Keep it going. Now I've sped up a little bit. I'm hoping to keep this video like brief. I don't want to take up your whole day with my video. I'd rather you guys spend some time drawing today. Look at that. So we got the two bells, and then here we go. Here's my tribute to Dr. Seuss, because I grew up reading his books, and believe it or not, he you know, he was told he wasn't a very good drawer, and you know, bravo to him, because he he used to do this thing where he'd draw like this, and he'd put like a wheel on it because it's so big that it needs a wheel to. Apologies for, maybe my wheel could be better, but it's not perfect. There's my creative instrument. I'm not going to try to draw a little who next to it. The who would be like right here. Kind of maybe the music's even so big that the who needs a wheel to draw on it. I don't know how to draw his who's. Maybe that's something I'll work on in a future thing. So anyways, just to review, you're using a cylinder and a big idea line, and you are constructing your own instrument. All right. Perhaps, maybe to bring the whole thing together, you could guess over here the sound that the instrument would make. I think because the air is going big and it goes into this chamber, it might make a whomp sound. So let's go. Oh geez, that was a bad. Don't draw your W's like me. You can do better. Oh, whomp. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be done. If you want to draw a W, just flip my M upside down and you'll get it right. And how about this? We'll punch it up with those diagonal lines. And diagonal, 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 diagonal. Vertical, horizontal, horizontal, diagonal, tone. So just because we're done drawing cities doesn't mean you got to forget all about horizontal, vertical, diagonal drawing. You know, art is like a toolbox. It's let's see if we can fix this. See if I can redeem myself. Maybe diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. This is parallel. These two are parallel. Diagonal, parallel, diagonal. And we'll so there we go. There's my constructive instrument. I hope you enjoyed watching. Remember that On Wednesday we switch classes. You'll be going to Miss Roser's class. She's wonderful. You're really going to like her class. If you want to continue your art education, you're free to do that by sending me an email, and I will add you to our art Google Classroom. So I hope you guys are doing well. Have a great day, and we will check in tomorrow.